Finally, sunshine returns after a bit of a grey November so far. Blue skies for many of us, but will it last? I'll have all the details of that and more coming up. Good morning, Britain.
Monday.
In the actual real world of weather. In the actual world of weather, sunshine returns, but what isn't going to be so sunny is COP29. Louisa was just talking about it. It starts today. So I thought I'd run us through what is COP, what does it stand for and why is it important? So COP stands for Conference of Parties. It's about countries coming together to tackle climate change. And it's about two things. One, reducing emissions to reduce our temperature rise, to mitigate the worst impacts of climate change. And two is finance, how we pay for the impacts of climate change. So we go back to 2016 when the Paris Agreement was set up, when all the countries came together to say, OK, we need to keep our temperature rise below 1.5 degrees since pre-industrial levels to stop the very worst impacts of climate change. This year's COP is all about finance. You will be hearing all about this, a new collective goal to decide how much to give, by who, to who, and over how long. And the deadline set in the Paris Agreement, which is fast approaching, is 2025. So we need to set a new target at COP29. Progress has been made. In the UK, we've doubled our renewables for electricity, but we are way off meeting our 2030 targets. But at least we did close our very last coal power plant this year. Globally, we are not doing very well because while this year the temperature is just below our 1.5 degree target at 1.45, if we put everybody's commitments together by the end of the century, we will still reach 2.7 degrees of warming, which would be absolutely catastrophic. And that is what is set to happen by the end of the century, and so many countries are not even meeting their targets. Why does it matter? With the little warming we've had, well, there we go. There's a reason to keep watching to find out that it's not Father Christmas later. Who is it? We'll find out later. But one thing that is not going to be a surprise is that we are finally set to see sunshine today. So far, this November, it has been cloudy for many of us. Inside these sunshine symbols are the amount of hours of sunshine we've seen across the UK so far this month. 0 for many places. The best of the sunshine has been for the northeast of Scotland. The why is high pressure. It acts like a force field, keeping weather fronts at bay, but it has trapped cloud that's been going round and round and round. Yesterday, we saw some rain that's cleared the air, and today, finally, we see some sunshine, but it does mean it's a chilly start to the day. First thing, yes, there's some cloud around, but that will lift and break a little misty and murky. And then a very different looking day ahead. And boy, will it feel different with these blue skies and sunshine. Light winds, temperatures, no great shake, sitting just a little around at average, 11 to 13 degrees. But the most important thing, it is largely dry. And for many of us, it is set to be sunny. So, does it last? Let's take a look at our 7-day outlook, where our weekend is always in view. And we look at the north of the UK first of all. So Scotland, Northern Ireland, northern areas of England, and we look at our temperatures compared to average, sitting around about average for the rest of the week. But look, turning much colder as we head into the weekend. Percentage chance of rainfall across the north of the UK. Our high pressure still holding on, and it still stays dry with the sunshine this week, but signs of wetter weather by the end of the weekend when it turns that bit colder. Fortunes further south for England and Wales as we head through the next 7 days. Again, temperature-wise, sitting around about average as we have done so far this month. A little cooler as we head into the weekend. But percentage chance of rainfall remains low. We stick with this high pressure, keeping those weather fronts at bay. Sunny spells and dry conditions last all week long, so we lose that anticyclonic gloom and we bring in some much-needed sunshine.